Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man, and he's doing the best he can. But who do I blame? Do I blame my mother for raising me as an independent woman, or do I blame my father for leaving me too early? Do I blame my 99-year-old grandmother for raising 6 generations of pit bulls and stilettos? See, when a man don't want to work and feed his family, he looks like a bitch to me. When a man wants to hang with his boys and play video games and stand on street corners and not tend to these children, he looks like a bitch to me. That's a piece I'm writing, y'all. I'm going to have to finish it a little later. Y'all didn't know I had it like that. No, I'm just bullshitting. I'm sitting in front of my friend's house and I was writing a piece of poetry. Because I am stuck in the middle of hell and high water. I have a friend, she is getting married, and this is a bitch she's marrying. Like, I'm so pissed because we've been friends since I was in my late 20s, and she's been fucking with this dude for years, and me and him, we cordially get along, for her. But he's off the chain. I remember I seen him in the club, and he was with a bitch, and he walked up, "What's up, Kay?" And in my 20s, y'all think I'm a firecracker now. I was, ooh, I said, "Who the fuck you talking to?" He said, "I'm saying, what's up? Fuck, don't speak to me." I'm all up. I'm 5'2.5", so I got that little person complex. I done walked up on this nigga. So luckily my dude was in the club, so he up in, so we arguing. So my dude had to get in the middle, and he had to, calm me down and check him and, that type of thing. But, ever since then, I'm like, you know what? The older I get, the more I stay in my lane. So, and then I had to call my friend, tell my friend what happened, because I didn't want the shit to be all turned around. It was just a mess. So, ever since then, she's been fucking with him off and on. He be having, like, borderline bitches in between. And borderline bitches are the bitches that he used to fuck with that go back to him. Them borderline bitches. They just standing on the border waiting for a motherfucker to pick them up like some dope. So, and so in between the borderline bitches, he done had a baby on her, all this kind of shit. So I'm in front of her house. I'm not going to work. We are going to Michael's to look for flowers for this wedding. I'm older than her. So I think that I kind of look at myself like a big sister. And I kind of feel like, I could tell you my opinion of what I feel about this, but I'm not finna beat you over the head with this. This is your decision. And if you choose to marry this bum bitch, I ain't call him no bum bitch, but this bum bitch, that's on you. If this man collect cans for a living and treated you good, perfect. Love it. This nigga don't do shit all motherfucking day but kiki with hoes. He do this internet dating shit. He on every damn dating website, and he's engaged and live with my friend. This kind of behavior is just a mess. Don't ever get it twisted. I done had enough bum bitches to understand how bum bitches work. I done worked that build a nigga workshop before. I know how it is when you hoping and praying that this nigga get his shit together and he get out these motherfucking streets and be committed. I don't work that build a nigga workshop. I know how it go. Being his cheerleader, hoping he can get his shit together. Eventually, you gotta love yourself a little bit more than you love him. You know what I'm saying? I literally had to step on my fingers before. Like, don't call his number, bitch. Step on your hand. Don't call his motherfucking number. Like, I've been there before. I get it. But you're going too goddamn far. You're going too far. Your ass makes 6 figures. This nigga make no figures. And he's a goddamn arrogant asshole. He hustle, but who hustles? If you hustling at my age and you ain't made kingpin, you need to sit down. This is a this a hobby, bitch. This is a hobby. You just doing this for funsies because you ain't making no real money. Like, I hope, I can get through to other people, because I get, I don't know how many emails a day, and you know, my P.O. box is usually at the bottom of these videos, so people send me letters and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I can't. It's so many of y'all marrying because you don't want your last name on your birth certificate be the same one on your death certificate. I get it, but at the same time, these men are not honoring and loving and respecting you. And if they're not doing that, it's not worth getting married. If they're not doing it now, they're definitely not going to do it later. That's all I'm saying. So if you're marrying a man because you feel like everybody else is married and I want to be married, I want to be married too. But I want to be married to a man who gets it. You know what I'm saying? Who gets it. You don't have to make as much money as me. You don't have to be balling out of control, but you do have to contribute. And not just contribute money. You're going to have to contribute respect, time. You're going to have to just contribute everything that we need. You ain't got to be no perfect nigga, because I'm an imperfect motherfucker. But at the same time, I'm going to have to know you in this to win it. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a bunch of borderline bitches and me and not be gainfully employed and treat me like an asshole and talk to me disrespectful. I just pray that something clicks in her where she can learn how to deal with it, or it clicks in him where he finds out how to treat her. Because every night, girl, he ain't come home. Girl, he was here. Girl, my sister seen him here. Girl. You can't keep calling me with the same bullshit. So I was like, look, I ain't trying to be funny, but you gonna have to stop calling me with this bullshit. Because if you ain't calling me to say, come get my shit, I can't listen to no more of these stories. I've been listening to them for years, on top of years, on top of years, on top of years. If you're okay with being in a relationship with a guy who's dating, aka cheating, what do you want me to say? It's nothing that I can say to make your day. It's nothing that I can say to make the situation better. Because if you know this man is cheating on you, and you know you going through the phone, if you ain't prepared to leave tonight, quit going through the phone. If you ain't prepared to leave tonight, quit following this nigga. If you ain't prepared to do nothing different, just shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. You know, I think in life, you know, we for real look at other people and listen to other people, and the way they live ain't the way you live, and you got to be okay with that. And I had to be okay with that, because it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard dating out here, and it's hard finding somebody. I get all of that. But at the same time, I have a daughter, and as soon as my feet hit the floor, she watching. Even if I tell her, don't do what I do, you know, do this, don't do like me, she's watching me. And subconsciously, I am teaching her. Even when I try not to. You know, I'm teaching her. So, I'm teaching her what to be, or I'm teaching her what not to be. You know, not even communicating. Because, shit, 85% of communication is nonverbal. So I ain't got to tell her, I'm just doing it. So if she see my man not coming home at night, so if she see this motherfucker kicking me money, but he ain't in no family functions, he kicking me money, but he ain't with me. He kicking me money, but motherfucker seeing places with bitches. Or if she see me crying and he always gone, my daughter see that shit. I owe it to my soul's purpose as well as my daughters to watch how motherfuckers treat me. Now my son, I have to be mindful because I have a son. Because what he sees motherfuckers doing to me, I don't ever want him to think that's cool to do to another motherfucker if I'm letting that shit ride. And I don't want him to think that that's how you treat a woman because I'm letting a motherfucker treat me that way and I'm his mama. You know what I'm saying? I have to be mindful that I'm a role model. You know what I'm saying? People are watching me. My kids are watching me. I got 5 other brothers and sisters. They are watching me. I have to be on my game and not just to show. I got to make sure motherfuckers treat me well because I teach people how to treat me. I'm the first teacher of teaching motherfuckers how to treat me. So if a motherfucker treat me fucked up, it's because I taught him to treat me fucked up. I let that shit slide, so that's what the fuck he does. You know, and I'm sitting in front of her motherfucking house because we finna go shopping and shit. And I know this video is just not about her. It's helping somebody else. Because I get emails all the time. You know, I really don't want to get married, but everybody thinks I'm getting married. I don't want to get married, but I sent out the invitations. God damn it, if you don't want to get married, goddamn, sit your ass down and don't go. nobody strong arm you to do anything. So, that's ego. And ego stands for edging God out. I'm all for love and I'm all for marriages, but that saving face shit sometimes, and pride and shit get you fucked up. So I'm gonna support my friend, and if she needs me to go with her, I'm going to go with her to pick out flowers today. But trust and believe when I say it's a fucking mess. But you know what? This is her journey. This is her path. She has to go through this, not me. This is what she chose. And if that's what she chose for her life, I'm going to have to be cool with what she chooses for her life. I'm going to give you my motherfucking opinion, and then I'm going to sit the fuck down. Because if this is what the fuck you want, handle that shit. It ain't, for me to decide or choose. You know what I'm saying? I'm single by choice. I'm definitely single by choice. Because when a motherfucker come in my motherfucking life, he don't have to be perfect, but he got to be perfect for my imperfect ass, And a lot of people didn't like my last boyfriend. They was like, he's not your type. You want other shit. He's this, he's that. But I needed him in my life when he came in order for me to be the person I am today. That man taught me so much about myself and my children that I didn't know, and nobody else could teach me that but him. He was good to me. He whatever I needed, he got it, I got it. He never called me out my name, he never put his hands on me. We were just two different kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Just nobody was better, nobody was worse. We were just two different kind of people. So when people, hear that I dated him or he dated me, they like, you dated him? Loved him. Loved him. And when we completed the relationship, it ain't fucked up. Everything, it was just everything. Nothing was fucked up, because we needed each other for our life's purpose. And maybe she has to go through with this wedding to complete something in her life purpose up the road that nobody can see. And it's not our choice. You love people through it. And if it's too much for you emotionally, you pull away, set boundaries. You don't have to be all in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Set boundaries with people. Respect their wishes and respect what they saying. You wouldn't be a friend if you wouldn't be honest with them. But you ain't got a stronghold or browbeat a motherfucker with your beliefs. Love people through it. I'm going to go to Michael's. I'm going to pick some flowers. I'm going to go to this goddamn wedding. I'm going to stand up there and... No, I'm going to look like that. I'm going to look like this. Real cute for her, because this is going to be a lesson. It's only two things you get in life, a blessing or a lesson. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people got to go through their own shit, through their own self. But leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to keep hearing you crying about the shit. That's my issue. Don't cry and whine about the shit. Put on your bloomers and sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear the shit. But I'm going to be a good friend, and I'm going to kiki with your ass, and I'm going to support this shit. Do I like his motherfucking ass for her? No.